Welcome back to KYB Rider, where the sun is shining for now, and the view is beautiful. And I'm going to update you on all the mods for my bike that you missed out on. My riding gear's over there because it's 33 degrees in the sun. And one quick note before I get into it. Everything you don't see in this video explained, for example, crash protection and exhaust, is because this playlist has videos dedicated to those, installations, reviews, whatever. So check out that playlist if I don't mention it here. No need to ask me the same question in the comment 800 times. So with that, I'll just bounce around to all the things that I haven't made videos about and probably won't make videos about because they're just too straightforward. It's not really worth it. So I guess go from back to front. And first we'll start with this. So this is skateboard tape wrapped around a crash protector just because it still works as a foot peg for a passenger, and it's a little bit of crash protection for my new pegs, my expensive exhaust, and my peace of mind. Because I can't afford proper crash bars at the moment. The next thing would be these rear sets. Japanese call them back steps, but rear sets. So to make it fit with the Zard exhaust took a little bit of effort, but not much. It looks like it's touching here. I don't know if you can see in the video. It is not touching, and it doesn't touch. But it does look close. It does get close. It's not that old. There's a little bit of rust here already, but it was cheap. It's called Rear Shock, and everything I talk about in this video is linked in the description, so check that out. And the playlist for all this stuff is also linked in the description. These back steps, they raise it about 3 centimeters and put it back a good 5 or 8 centimeters, I forget. It's still pretty comfortable. I did a 15-hour day on the bike. It was rough but doable. 10-hour days are still not much of a problem, but as you can see, I'm squatting. I'm reasonably flexible in the knees. And my cornering is great. I'll just show you. Here's the chicken strips on my tire. They're almost all gone, and I'm not pushing myself that hard, but I notice it's just easier with these back steps to lean further. I'm not trying to get my knee down or anything, but still the stock Michelin Road 5 tires. So these are great. Nothing's endorsed, nothing's sponsored on the entire channel as of today. But that's those. That's what I think of those. And if you can just see here a little bit, that's where there's been some rust popping up that I had to do some paint touch-up. Yamahas, that's what they do. They rust. The cheap ones, at least. I never had rust on my Tracer. I haven't seen any rust on the new CP3 Yamahas or any of the R1s, but I don't own them. I just see customers. And that's a good point for another update. Just not going to get into it. Don't ask in the comments. I'm not going to get into it. However, I no longer work for Yamaha. That is done. No ill feelings for them. I still like the dealership. If I get another Yamaha, they're the ones I'll go to. Just life has changed. Now, moving on, let's run around to the other side. Suspension. So you can see the orange, it is KYB. It is the Yamaha KYB suspension. I love it. It's great. The stock bike's not bad. The stock suspension's not bad, but if you're really pushing it, you see my chicken strips, this does make a big difference. The best part about it, you know, I'm not a racer. I can't tell you what's good, bad, and the other thing, like no professional review. I'm about as bad a rider as the person watching this video, which is most likely all of you. But this adjuster, I can reach it casually while riding. So I find a bumpy road, I just click it out, and away from the bike is soft, towards the bike is hard. I don't even know what settings I keep it at. I did put in effort to get the preload correct. I'm not going to tell you how to do that because, again, I'm not a pro racer. You should definitely look up one of those people, whoever you like, Dave Moss, Motojutsu, any of them. They give reasonable advice. Adjusting that helps, and now I don't touch that unless I end up losing another 10 kilo somehow, which at this point, if I lost 10 kilo, that's like a leg. But this is great. Harden it up, soften it up. I'm near Okutama in West Tokyo, so pretty hard right now. I go soft, and I'll skip a couple things in the middle to just keep on the subject of suspension. You can see right here, Hyper Pro. This is their street box, so it's just a different oil and a multi-density spring, whatever you call those. It's good. It's better than stock. It's not as good as the Hyper Pro. Really cheap Amazon special adjusters. I'm not saying you should use cheap adjusters, but I am, and after 300 kilometers there's been no problem. It doesn't work its way out or in. It stays set. I have a little ratcheting 12mm wrench for this in the box so I can adjust it when I want. But right now that click is pretty good for my weight. It's still very comfortable. It's very sporty. It doesn't dive on the brakes. Next thing is, you may have seen this windshield video. I took it back off and put these on. These look nice. I like the naked bike feel, and I'm not touring, but if I am touring, I throw it on. And the handlebars, this one's coming off a bit, so I'll have to readjust it. I've been trying to play with things that work for still feeling the heated grips, a bit more comfortable, a bit less vibration, good grip. I went with, you can see here, sticky gel tennis racket tape, and I wrap both sides. I might do a second layer, I might not. It takes out just enough vibration, and it's not that obtrusive, and it's cheap, and why not? I've done it before. I tried grip puppies. They moved around on me too much. Maybe I did it wrong, but this is what I'm going with. And sticking with the handlebars, these mirrors. Everything on this bike will pass the road inspection in Japan, except you could make an argument that these mirrors are too small. I'm not going to admit criminally that I think they're too small. I could see why someone might think that. But they're bluish. I can see everything. I can see things better than before. They don't add too much width. I think they're 5 point something centimeters in diameter. They're strong aluminum. They are knockoff products. They're not original products. You choose what you're going to do. But I also changed the mounting bolt you can see right here, because A, it's black and of course already rusting, but it's long. It's about this long, so I've got a bunch of washers about this deep to hold it in place to take away some more vibration, and the length kind of absorbs some vibration too. I have noticed a huge difference with vibration adding those and the steel washers inside, stainless steel. And on this side, the washers help with a little bit of space to make sure I've got plenty of wiggle room over here. And the last thing is something that is not done yet. It's the brakes. The brakes are fine, but when you start riding, start pushing, they do get soft, they do overheat a bit, and I just want something better. So this weekend, my parents are actually coming to Japan for the first time, and in their carry-on, they have some EBC brakes for this bike, front and rear. I'll link which ones in the description. I forget which ones, but they're bringing it to help me avoid taxes. I mean shipping. I mean a present because they love their son. That's what it is. It's a present because they love their son. So I will get better brakes. I don't know if they're good or bad. They have great reviews, but I'll try them out. And that's really it for all the updates. I can't think of anything else I'm forgetting right now off the top of my head, unless it's already got a playlist of its own. The brakes are the last update that I think the bike really needs to be proper. Do I still like this bike? Yes, quite a bit. It's a lot of fun. It's very efficient. I can get over 30 kilometers per liter on the highway. Even being a hooligan here, I get over 20. Overall, it's very good. I like having the cruise control still, which has its own video. I miss the tracer for the touring comfort. Sometimes I miss the reviness. I definitely don't like how this gets up in the revs and then it's not even like it falls off. It's just like you hit 8,000 and it just almost dies. So shift more. Like I'm never redlining 6th gear, so I can always shift more. But I can imagine giving this to my wife so that she can practice and get back into riding, and I may get something bigger again. If the Transalp ever gets cruise control, I might make that into a touring supermoto. Otherwise, do I trust KTMs or get another newer tracer? There's used ones now, so why not get the modern tracer at a big used discount? Oh, there's what I forgot. I moved the blinkers up here. I forget where they used to be. I think they were mounted to the mirror in some way, but I switched the mirrors, so I put them here. You don't notice them unless the bike is using them, so still super visible. Great. And the rear blinkers are exactly the same. And it barely passes shotgun road inspection, but it does. So there's that. I have some other videos coming out very soon. They're more monologue style, so stick around for those. Let me know the good and the bad of those. Those are what I prefer to do. That's what I enjoy doing, just chatting and giving bad opinions to people who will listen. And one last thing, I also had a child a month and a half ago, so we're trying to debate what kind of job in Japan would give a good work-life balance, and the popular opinion is grow my YouTube channel. So, like and subscribe to feed my kid. Or don't, I guess. But till next time, I'll see ya. This has been KYB Rider.